What up, y'all? It's your boy Jah'Preme, John, aka Jah'Preme. Kicking it with y'all in another video. Still rolling, still going, staying consistent. Researching new topics, speaking and touching different topics from different angles. And tonight specifically, I'm just gonna be straightforward and transparent as usual, but about a certain topic that most people, they speak on, but they don't really speak on, this particular subject matter precisely. And what I mean by that is, yeah, they speak on it, but they speak half-truths. They don't go in depth or detail because they fear what could possibly happen. Again, a true messenger that speaks to the masses and drops gems on the masses and inspires the masses to evolve and change their thinking, their habits from what they were to evolve into something better. They don't care what happens because they know the message is solid and they stay true to the message. They're not scared of losing a life that's not theirs. This is God's life. So when we leave here, our souls leave here, it continues. Wherever it continues. But we're here on earth. And on earth right now, there has been a group of people, particularly gods, in a 3D mind state. God. Blacks that because we're from their people, they align oppressors as the oppressors. They're down with it. But that bought millions of records from them, watch movies and millions of dollars in their box offices. Come on, man. Tuned into their black TV shows and made them billions and billions of dollars in programming off of their programming to feed their generations of children and give them extreme amounts of wealth, mostly Jewish people. The subject matter that I want to speak on, because I'm sick of these people. Be aware of these fake conscious leaders in the black community, which we know black is not a color. But we'll go with black for now. We're actually gods. Black is not a color. We reign in darkness. We're from darkness. Darkness is not evil. We're not an evil people. We're gods. That's how they flip the script on us. Back to what I was saying. Be aware of blacks that target the black community for the sake of wealth and destroying us like the oppressors. All the oppressors are not white. All the oppressors are not white. There's Asian oppressors, there's Spanish oppressors, there's white oppressors, and there's most definitely black oppressors. Okay? That's what we must understand. None of them are for us. They are for their bloodlines. And continuing their bloodlines with extreme resources and wealth, which would eliminate you because in order for that to happen, they have to depopulate. I'll get to the population. And there's another subject matter that I said I was going to touch on from yesterday. Right now, you have to understand, especially the groups of blacks in the conscious community. There are many teachers, wise teachers, that suffered and gave their life for this information. I rock with Bobby Hemmett. He's an elder to me. He's dear to me. I rock with Malcolm. Of course, Martin. I rock with him to the degree that he confessed in the end that he led his people to a burning house, which means he had pure intentions, where he was caught up in the oppressor's agenda, but when his eyes clearly opened, he saw that that wasn't the way. Right? And go listen to one of his last sermons. You'll see who Martin Luther King Jr. became. I rock with him in his last teachings. Sister Shabazz, I rock with her. Ben Yashrel, I rock with him. Dr. Joseph Ben Yashrel, I rock with him. Professor Griff, I rock with him to a certain degree. And most definitely I rock with Khalid Abdul Muhammad, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. He's a dear elder to me as well. So these are some of the elders that I rock with that sacrificed their lives, that truly stood on and believed what they talk about. Outside of them, there's a few others. There are many others. The ones that I'm specifically speaking on are the ones that, not on the front line, but they're always in the media light. You cannot denounce the same people. You know, you can't denounce the same people that you use their programming, you use their spotlights. And when you use their spotlights to get your message across, you sell out your own people. Now, there are leaders that speak half-truths. They speak half-truths. In other words, they drop a bunch of half-truths smothered with a bunch of bullshit. There are leaders too. At the end of the day, there are leaders too. But see, they beat around the bush. But they beat around the bush with the information for the sake of becoming wealthy, when you don't have to go that route to become wealthy. See, you can't teach and pussyfoot at the same time. In other words, listen, you are made to reign and rule and have authority over the resources on earth, right? That was your mission from the very beginning, right? Why do you want to be rich and wealthy, you know, not to that standard, but to the oppressor standard? You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense, especially when you're a leader and you speak against the oppressor, quote unquote. Do you really speak against the oppressor? Because those that are really influential in the black community, Rashad Jamal, influential, and they're really speaking and standing on the message, oh yeah, they get rid of them. They get rid of him every time. Papa Doc, he's another one I listen to. Salute, you know, he happened to be from Florida like me. You have to understand a leader that's really for you and a leader that's for his pockets. There are many that understand and know the message, but for the sake of generating massive amounts of money. They'll leave you in the blind about certain things, or they won't speak on certain things. That's still cooning. That's still cooning. Speaking half-truths is cooning. Being sensitive to human feelings is cute. It's cooning. You're cooning. But you'll be quick to call another black man a coon who does what you do. The only difference is he's straightforward with being a coon and not speaking on stuff. You straddle the fence with it. That's the difference. You know what I mean? Like, you straddle the fence with it. I don't care how many lectures, conventions you do, how many master degrees you have, how much information and knowledge you have absorbed. You're always in the media spotlight, and that's very, 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 very suspicious. You're on mainstream television. You're doing interviews with mainstream YouTubers. And you mean to tell me your soul is intact, you're not a homosexual, and you have not performed not one humiliation ritual? Which leads to the last option. Are you a fed? Are you an agent? Agent of chaos. You will have to be an agent of chaos. You're on Instagram with the chaos. Sukiana this, Ray J, stay away from my woman, that's my woman. And then I don't take orders from another man, blah, 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 blah. That's chaos. That's not the message. That's not helping the people advance. That's not forwarding us. That's to stay in the spotlight. That's to keep chaos going, because chaos generates money in this country. When you're an agent of chaos, you cause disturbances, and you have a business or you have a platform, people will donate to you. People will tune in to you. You'll get views. If you don't get paid solely for your business, you're going to get a massive amount of views because people love chaos. And you're an agent of it. Dr. Umar, specifically. You're on Lil Yachty platform, doing his podcast. All these podcasts, you're on the Breakfast Club. But how'd you get in the door? How'd you get in the door? It's not just because, you know how many people of our people have master degrees, and they're motivational speakers, inspirational speakers, who speak the same message as Malcolm, who speak the same message as Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, who speak the same message as Dr. Joseph Ben Yashrael, and they didn't make it through that door to be on television, and if they did make it to television, it was to be humiliated and shamed for the message that they preach. They might have made it to Donahue. And you know what's going to happen when you go on Donahue. They're going to try to shame you publicly. That's the only way they'll let you in. You don't see them on any other TV shows. You don't see them on Oprah, which you've never been on Oprah. But, they've never been on The Breakfast Club, which is one of the most mainstream radio shows in this country. And it's in the Mecca, New York. And you've been a guest up there several times. And you're saying how you have a problem with black men dating snow bunnies, this, that, and the third. Cool. Okay. We can speak on the gods having sexual ties with human beings. We can have that conversation. That's cool. I'm proud that you speak up about that. You speak a lot of good things, but you're still a suspect. You're still a suspect. There's something iffy about you. It's not that we're trying to figure you out, it's the way that you're moving. We're not trying to figure you out. We got too much going on in our own lives. It's the way that you move. Very iffy. Very iffy. threw the school in our face. You threw the school in our face. Like I said, you broadcast a lot of great information. Just because you broadcast a lot of great information does not mean that you're not an agent of chaos. The school, named after Marcus Garvey. Okay, cool. That's an excellent name for a school. That's an excellent model, an excellent person. You know, to name a school after. Trust and believe that. Why is the school not operating? You get on these podcasts, these mainstream podcasts and radio shows, and you talk about everything but the schools. We've been hearing about the school now for what, 6, 7 years? You got the building. Okay, you got the building. You don't generate enough income to start the school and keep it flowing. Accept the donations for the school. Come on, bro. Yes, it takes money to run a school, but as many followers as you have, bro, $5 from one person every week or every month, that school, come on, bro, you got millions of followers. All of those lectures and seminars you do, that school not, come on, bro, come on. Who are you fooling? We see through it. If you want to live a lavish lifestyle and be a part of the industry, do that. But don't use the conscious community like Brother Polite and a few others, but specifically talking about you. Don't use the conscious community for that, because now you're causing confusion in the conscious community because they now don't know who to trust, which would make you an agent of chaos because that's chaotic. People are trying to come out of the blindness, the blind state that they're in. That's not going to happen if we keep having misleading speakers, misleading beings in the conscious community. It's not going to happen. Now, if you don't awaken, if you don't wake up, is that Dr. Umar's fault? No, it's not his fault. You're completely at fault for that. But that should not be used as an excuse to mislead and keep misleading the people who are trying to become or are a part of the conscious community, bro. That's selling out. We see through it. You can throw your degrees and education and your articulate speech in our face all you want to. We've seen it a million times. Most of them are the main crooks in our community. Peace king, peace queen. That's what you call a human. Peace god, peace goddess. Come on, bro. We see through it. We see through it. Not going for it. Not going for it no more. It needs to be exposed, and everyone that's like-minded or has a similar pattern, and they also have a similar following, they need to be exposed. This can't keep continuing. See me, you can say I only got a few views all you want to. I only got 100 subscribers, this and that, because that's not the point. That's not the point at all. Our agent of chaos will bring that up. We see through it. I don't have to know a million things about what you've done. I know what I see, and I know what I've been feeling. You're an agent of chaos. brother Polite is an agent of chaos. Huh? Shout out to Rashad Jamal. He was a real one when he was free, and I'm pretty sure he's a real one, you know, during his time of incarceration. I tune into him daily. Still learning stuff from him. Don't get that similar vibe from you, bro. Don't get that similar vibe from you. I didn't see Rashad Jamal sitting with Lil Yachty. I didn't see Rashad Jamal on the Breakfast Club. I didn't see him on, whatever other podcast. You've been on a few podcasts. I didn't see him on all these mainstream podcasts on YouTube. I saw you though, on almost every single one of them. Oh, you have to be relatable and what the fuck? How did you get through the door? What was the ritual? What was the sacrifice? Oh, you don't want to talk about it? You don't want to talk about it? It's private. What took place for you to get the platform that you have now, coming from where you came from a few years ago? Things that make you go, And like I said, I don't sit up and watch you all day. I don't have time to. I know what I see though. I've watched you enough to know what I see. Has to be called out. Has to be called out. I even fought to have faith in you. I even fought myself to have faith in you and your message. That you were one of the real ones. And then I just put two and two together. Like, I just keep seeing the same iffy shit. And then it dawned on me. If he's on all these platforms, what sacrifice or ritual took place? Because Nori already told us about the door. Noriega already told us about the door. Right? What door did you go through? Humiliation sacrifice. I didn't see a humiliation ritual. Nah, the gay thing, that's behind closed doors. Sacrifice children, I didn't see that. What is it? And it's not coincidence. You can make up a bunch of stories all you want to. There's nothing like a coincidence. There's nothing coincidental about it. What did you do to get through that door? All the time you saw Martin Luther King and Malcolm X on TV is PBS, so they want the news because a rally took place or shit, Martin was getting beat half to death or stabbed on the news for the country to see. Come on, bro. What did you do? PBS is public broadcast. Anyone can get on PBS. Nigga, you've been on some mainstream platforms that's connected to the Jews. Oh yeah. Don't slow up getting bigger now. Keep elevating. Keep rising. Yeah. We know. I didn't say it before, and I argued with a few people before. Now I'm just come flat out and just say it. Dr. Umar, I'm gonna put a P in front of the Umar. Dr. Pumar, P-O-O-Mar. Full of shit. You're full of shit. And we have faith in you. Supported you. Watch every lecture. Watch every archive. Every interview. It's time to call a spade, bro. What door did you go through? You had to go through a door. I'm John, aka Jah'Preme, signing off. You have to know when somebody's been through the door. You have to know when somebody's got too big. It doesn't add up and it doesn't sit right. And you have to use your discernment. It's not hard to figure out. All you have to do is believe what you see. Believe what you see and trust that you see what you see. Excuse me, never put too much faith in these people. Never put too much faith or vain faith in these people. They'll let you down every time. These people work for the elites. They are agents of chaos. Agents of chaos. And cutthroat agents. Some of them are both. Agents of chaos and agents of cutthroat activity. You're not deceived. That's how they get paid, from you being deceived. Don't be deceived.